Why did ancient humans get high? Imagine this. The very first humans to walk the earth weren't just hunting for survival. They were actively seeking altered states of consciousness. It wasn't a recreational indulgence, but a deep, ingrained practice. That might be as old, or even older, than language itself. Forget everything you thought you knew about our ancestors as simple, stoic cave dwellers. The truth is far more mind-bending. Psychoactive substances older than you think. For millennia, the story we've told ourselves about human origins often overlooks a profound, persistent, and frankly, quite radical aspect of our ancient past. We speak of tools, fire, art, and agriculture as cornerstones of civilization. But what if there was another, equally potent, and perhaps even more enigmatic catalyst, shaping our minds, our societies, and even our very sense of reality? What if the quest for an altered state wasn't a vice to be overcome, but a fundamental human drive woven into the fabric of our evolution? This isn't about mere curiosity or hedonism. This is about the discovery of powerful, naturally occurring compounds that could transport minds beyond the mundane, shattering perceptions of time, self, and spirit. From the deepest caves of the Stone Age to the dawn of complex civilizations, evidence suggests our ancestors weren't just encountering these substances by accident. They were actively cultivating them, experimenting with them, and integrating them into the very core of their existence. But why? What compelling primal need drove them to repeatedly venture into these profound, often terrifying journeys of the mind? The answer reaches far deeper than any simple desire for escape. The archaeological record is surprisingly vocal on this silent history, from the dry caves of the American Southwest, where desiccated peyote buttons dating back 5,700 years have been found, to European Stone Age sites yielding opium poppy capsules and cannabis seeds. The global footprint of ancient psychoactive use is undeniable. These weren't isolated incidents. They represent a widespread and enduring practice across continents and cultures. But how did these early humans even discover such powerful substances? And more importantly, how did they learn to reliably process and utilize them? Consider the sheer breadth of plant knowledge required, identifying a psychoactive plant from thousands of others, discerning its potency, understanding how to prepare it to maximize its effects while minimizing toxicity. This demands an incredible depth of botanicals, understanding, and experimentation. It suggests a focused, deliberate quest, not merely accidental ingestion. Early humans were, in essence, our first ethnobotanists, meticulously mapping the chemical landscape of their environments. Neuroscience offers a crucial lens here. Our brains are, in many ways, pre-wired for altered states. We possess a complex array of neurotransmitter systems: serotonin, dopamine, endocannabinoids that are precisely targeted by the active compounds in these plants. When psilocybin from magic mushrooms enters the brain, it mimics serotonin, opening up novel neural pathways and temporarily dissolving the default mode network, the part of the brain responsible for our sense of self and continuous stream of thought. This isn't just a party trick, it's a profound neurological reorganization. For ancient humans, this wasn't about understanding brain chemistry, but experiencing its raw effects. The vivid visions, the dissolution of the ego, the feeling of communion with unseen forces, or deceased ancestors. These experiences were tangible and often deeply spiritual. They offered explanations for illness, guidance for hunts, and solace in times of grief. Shamans, the spiritual leaders of these early communities, were often the gatekeepers of this knowledge, meticulously trained in the safe administration and interpretation of these powerful journeys. They were healers, seers, and communal guides, traversing the hidden realms, accessible only through these plant allies. What did they find there? And how did those revelations shape the very foundations of human society? Here's where the narrative twists. What if getting high wasn't just a response to existing human culture, but a catalyst for its very emergence? This is the core of what's often controversially called the stoned ape theory, proposed by ethnobotanist Terence McKenna. While highly speculative and debated, the theory posits that the regular consumption of psilocybin mushrooms by early hominids could have played a significant role in the rapid evolution of human consciousness, language, and even art. Imagine the cognitive leaps. Psilocybin is known to enhance pattern recognition, heighten sensory perception, and foster empathy at lower doses. At higher doses, it dissolves conventional thought structures, potentially allowing for novel connections and abstract thinking? Could the vivid hallucinations and profound insights experienced under the influence of these substances have fueled the development of early symbolic thought, religious ideas, and the ability to articulate complex concepts through language? If you experience the universe as a unified, interconnected whole, doesn't that inherently change your capacity for abstract thought and shared narrative? This isn't just about fun. It's about a potential neurochemical accelerant for evolution itself. This leads to a profound paradox. Did our ancestors choose to get high because they were already intelligent, or did getting high make them more intelligent, kickstarting a feedback loop that shaped our minds into what they are today? The universality of this practice, appearing independently in disparate cultures across the globe, points to something fundamental. It's not just human curiosity, it's an intrinsic yearning. This drive isn't unique to humans either. Reindeer in Siberia are known to seek out and consume fly agaric mushrooms, a powerful hallucinogen. Wallabies in Tasmania have been observed navigating opium poppy fields, getting high and creating crop circles. Even our primate cousins like vervet monkeys consume fermented fruits, getting mildly intoxicated. This suggests a deep biological precedent for seeking altered states, a common thread woven throughout the tapestry of life on Earth. So, what does it say about ours intrinsic nature if the desire to transcend ordinary reality is so deeply rooted, not just in our history, but in the animal kingdom itself? The implications are staggering, forcing us to redefine what it means to be human. Today, as modern science re-examines these ancient substances for their potential therapeutic benefits, from treating PTSD and depression to end-of-life anxiety, we are, in a profound way, reconnecting with our deepest past. The reemergence of psychedelics in mainstream medicine isn't a new discovery. It's a rediscovery of wisdom held by our ancestors for millennia. They understood, perhaps intuitively, the profound power these plants held, not just for healing the body, but for mending the spirit and expanding the mind. Ancient humans got high, not out of ignorance or moral failing, but out of a deep-seated impulse to understand their world, to connect with the divine, to heal, and perhaps to evolve. Their journeys into altered states were explorations into the very architecture of consciousness, mapping inner landscapes long before we mapped continents. They laid the groundwork for our spiritual beliefs, our art, and perhaps even our unique capacity for abstract thought. So, if the quest for altered states is so deeply embedded in our lineage, an impulse that potentially shaped us into who we are, what does that mean for our future? As humanity continues to push the boundaries of knowledge, technology, and even space exploration, will our inherent drive to transcend ordinary reality continue to be a silent, powerful force, guiding our evolution?